Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow. Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher, she will show you how.
Hello students, welcome back to class. I'm Miss Katie, that vegan teacher, and we are going to be continuing part 2 of a video that I began before. If you haven't seen part 1, I talk about Misha Petrov and a bunch of different things that she got wrong about veganism. And now we're going to continue with part 2, where I'm going to go over some more points. Misha Petrov seems like an intelligent young lady. She is a political commentator, but unfortunately she's been indoctrinated by carnism and has a lot of things wrong with her thinking. It is fallacious, and we are going to prove that in this video. For example, she thinks that veganism is a religion, which it absolutely is not, and she thinks that vegans are unhealthy, which they absolutely sometimes can be, just like the rest of society, if they're not intelligent and they don't eat properly. But the vast majority of vegans are doing great. If they actually eat enough calories, they're doing fine. I've been vegan myself since 2016, since June. And Misha, if you're watching this, I really hope that you will seriously consider veganism and realize that no, you don't have to be rich to be vegan. Anyway, we're going to go over all of these points as we go along. So here it comes.
Chia seeds have omega-3. Come on, sing this song with me. Chia seeds have omega-3. Grind them up and sing yippee. As you see them in your pancakes, your oatmeal, and in your daily smoothie. I'm always in the mood to save animals and eat delicious vegan food. I'm always in the mood to save animals and eat delicious vegan food. In the grocery store, you can decide to buy soy milk and be vegan from now on. In the grocery store, you can decide to buy soy milk and be vegan from now on.
So just a reminder that we are continuing this video. If you want to see points 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you can go to the other video. We're starting at Misha's video where the timestamp is 6:40. At this point, Misha, without evidence, you make all kinds of unscientific claims that vegans are deficient with B12, iron, zinc, hair loss, or that they are underweight. In fact, a diet without animal products is significantly better than the standard American diet, in which over 90% of the population are deficient in fiber and over 1/3 are obese. Being vegan is healthful for all stages of life, and yes, it is important to take a B12 pill, but if you do that, you're totally fine. I personally take one only once a week because I also drink products that are fortified with B12, such as soy milk.
Would you rather pay someone to kill or take a cute little vitamin pill? Cyanocobalamin, it's a B12 vitamin. If you take 2,000 micrograms a week, all the cells in your body will win. Let's get a quote from nutritionfacts.org. B12 is not made by plants or animals, but by microbes that blanket the earth. These bacteria grow in the guts of animals, which is why their body and products can be a source of this vitamin. Our herbivore primate cousins get all they need ingesting bugs, dirt, and feces, and we may have once gotten all we needed by drinking out of mountain streams or well water. But now we chlorinate our water supply to kill off any bugs, so we don't get a lot of B12 in the water anymore, but we don't get a lot of cholera either. That's a good thing. Would you rather pay someone to kill or take a cute little vitamin pill? Cyanocobalamin, it's a B12 vitamin. If you take 2,000 micrograms a week, all the cells in your body will win. Be better, be vegan.
According to Healthline.com, a vegan diet is linked to a range of health benefits, including a lower risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers, and heart disease. Healthy plant-based diets are associated with lower risk of all-cause mortality in U.S. adults. Misha, there's a lot of misinformation out there about iron. According to WebMD.com, there is a misconception that the vegan diet is missing iron. However, vegans are no more likely to develop iron deficiency anemia than the general population. So we're the same. Vegans typically consume an adequate amount of iron because their diet is high in vitamin C, which improves the absorption of non-heme iron. Although this is just anecdotal, my personal experience, Misha, is that I used to have low iron, but when I became vegan, My iron actually went up. And the reason for that is I started just to eat healthy in general. So I started to make a smoothie in the morning. I would add a lot of spinach to that. And when you mix that with fruit, that can help you to absorb your iron better. So that's a good idea for you. Have a nice, healthy vegan smoothie in the morning. You can put in there some chia seeds, some flax seeds. You can also put some fruit, whatever you like. Just make sure you pack down the spinach. And there you go. Super healthy way to start your day.
Dance with me, baby. A vegan world is coming. A vegan world is coming soon. Dance with me, baby. A vegan world is coming. A vegan world is coming soon.
At one point in your video, Misha, you say about me, good for her for admitting she was wrong about the subject of abortion. However, let's clear up a misunderstanding. I never admitted that I was wrong, Misha. What I said was that abortion is very difficult, complex, and a stressful predicament to be in. But I maintain that abortion should be safe, legal, and rare. Later on, Misha and I were talking about gun laws, and I'm up in Canada here where things are quite strict, and in the US, people have a right to have guns. And Misha said that she thinks that I would feel safer if I owned a gun. So I just want to say that I do not necessarily think that each of us having guns in our homes will make us feel safer. What I did say, though, was that I can better see both sides of the coin. And I said that to show you that I'm not closed-minded on these kinds of discussions. In fact, at this particular time, I feel safer in Canada than in a country that murders its own school children on a regular basis. We got back to the subject of veganism, and Misha writes, why isn't a pig the same as a cabbage? Because vegetables are not sentient. That's why, Misha. You said yourself that you see chickens as sentient beings. Plants don't have brains or nervous systems. They're not sentient beings. It's easy to draw the line between a pig, a chicken, or a dog, and cabbage, a carrot, or an apple. In Ukraine during the war, people tried to save cats, dogs, hamsters, and other animals, not houseplants. It's so natural to draw the line. Everyone knows there's a significant difference. You also did not address the second point in Carnism Debunk's article, where it is clearly stated that even in the extreme case you consider plants worth saving, you would consume a lot less plants with a vegan diet than with a carnivore diet. It's estimated at 10 times less. That's because plants are not filtered through animals first. To learn more about this, go and watch the documentary Cowspiracy. It's really quite eye-opening. It certainly changed the way that I saw things. There's, of course, many, many documentaries that vegans have watched. Most of us have watched hundreds of hours in order to educate ourselves. There's also the documentary Dominion, which is a documentary that was made in Australia, but it mimics what's going on everywhere in the world. If you're interested in health issues, Misha, I encourage you to watch What the Health, which will also debunk many of the things that you're thinking right now.
Love animals, eat plants. Be brave, be kind, be love, be vegan.
At the next point in your video, you said, I can't eat because no matter what I do, I'm killing something. But Misha, can you kill something? Or can you only kill someone? At the 13-minute mark, you say it's wrong to compare the Holocaust to what the animals are going through. Here's the definition of Holocaust, and here you will understand why it does apply to what the animals are going through right now. Destruction or slaughter on a mass scale. That's exactly what's happening to the animals on factory farms right now. Now, while I can understand at first glance why this would seem extreme, the fact of the matter is, if you look at it, if you really look at what's going on, what the animals are going through is worse than what happened in the Holocaust.
Not only are we exterminating them, we are in the middle of the 6th mass extinction. But we're also, when it comes to, as you put it, farm animals, we're raping them in order to breed more of them into existence in order to exterminate them for our own taste pleasure. Again, you forgot that so-called farm animals are sentient beings, like your dog, or your cat, or your chicken. Yes, they're not as intelligent as most humans, but if intelligence matters, would you suggest that we also exterminate humans with low IQs or with mental illness and eat them? If not, why? Name the trait that makes them different without just saying they're human. This is actually a serious request, Misha. Name the trait that this pig has that would make it okay for us to send her to a gas chamber. Is it because she's young? What about young humans? Is it because she's pink? What about people who have different colored skin? Is it because she walks on 4 legs? What about dogs? Can you name the trait, Misha, that would make it not okay to put a human in a gas chamber, but that would make it okay to do that to this innocent animal?
Being vegan doesn't mean that you just do your best not to eat, wear, or use animals. Being vegan also means you bravely speak out to defend them.
Also, Misha, we're not comparing eating animals to the Holocaust. We're comparing the treatment of the animals. You suggest that I educate myself when you have no evidence that I haven't. In fact, it is you who has no proof that they are different. The conditions that the animals go through are worse. That's a fact. Because there are trillions of them every year who suffer, Misha, with no end in sight. This will continue as long as people like you are silent. But when you aren't, when you open your heart and your mind to change, we can change the world together. It looks like I've run out of time, so I'll continue this in a future video. Until then, please watch this documentary. I know your time is valuable, and I know that an hour and a half might seem long, but it's really worth it, Misha. It changed my life, and I think it will change yours too, if you take the time to look at it. Thank you.
Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now. Let's help her save every chicken, pig, and cow. Let's